Hello children, in the last video we have completed lesson 4 India in the 18th century. Many things we discussed in last videos: causes of decline of the Mughal Empire, breaking up of the empire, then the important regional powers of the 18th century. So in this video we are going to revise, once again we are going to revise lesson 4. In the first part we discussed about the causes of decline of the Mughal Empire. The main reason was Aurangzeb's unwise policy. At the time of Akbar, he abolished some taxes. Aurangzeb reversed these taxes, or Aurangzeb reversed Akbar's policy of diplomacy and religious tolerance. He reimbursed the jizya that was cancelled by Akbar, but at the time of Aurangzeb he reimbursed the jizya tax, and he gave permission to destruction of temples. During his long absence from North India, Aurangzeb became involved in the affairs of the Deccan and neglected the administration of his empire. This allowed the ambitious nobles to become powerful. He give more importance from the other parts of his kingdom. So by using this time, the nobles become more powerful. This was the first causes of decline of the Mughal Empire, Aurangzeb's unwise policies. I told you the absence of Aurangzeb, or this situation is allowed the ambitious nobles to become powerful. After Aurangzeb's death, the three main groups of nobles, the Turanis of Afghanistan, the Iranians of Persia, and the Hindustanis of India, they assumed the role of kingmakers, and they made conspiracies against the king, and the frequent changes of rulers caused political instability. This allowed province to break away and also attracted foreign invasion. Frequent changes of the ruler, because of the powerful, because I told you the power, the nobles become more powerful than the king. So the frequent changes of rulers caused political instability, and many foreign invasions, or many invaders, they came to this area and they captured and conquered these areas. Okay. And the role of the Mughal rulers. The Mughal Empire flourished under the great Mughals only. Aurangzeb, Babur, etc. But after Aurangzeb, many rulers were there, but they were very weak. Aurangzeb's successors, they are called the later Mughals. Some names are here: Bahadur Shah first, Jahandar Shah, Farooq Shiar, Muhammad Shah, etc., etc. These people, they were not at all strong. The later Mughals were not as capable as the great Mughals. Under these rulers, the Mughal Empire broke up, and Mughal rule ultimately ended in 1857. So this was the main causes or reason of the decline of the Mughal Empire: Aurangzeb's unwise policies, role of the nobles, role of the later Mughals. So next we discussed about the breaking up of the empire. During Muhammad Shah's reign, the nobles, I told you, nobles become more powerful because these people, they were very weak rulers. That is why the ambitious nobles established states that were virtually free from Mughal control. And these states, what was the specialty of these states? These states were economically and culturally prosperous, and they had strong armies also. So we discussed about the names of some states: Bengal, Awadh, Hyderabad, Jaipur, Bharatpur, and Rohilkhand. Who was the governor of Bengal? Murshid Qali Khan. He who had been made the governor of Bengal in 1717. And he was an independent ruler. Under these rulers, Bengal became more prosperous, or Bengal became a prosperous state. But they didn't give any importance for, or they neglected the army and navy and failed to check corruption among their officials. Next state we discussed about Awadh. Awadh was under the control of Sadat Khan, who became its governor around 1724. He and his successors, Sadat Khan and his successors, they made many administrative reforms. And what was the specialty of them? They raised a strong army and improved economic condition of Awadh. And a new form of architecture based on the Mughal style developed in this period, which is best represented in the Imambara at Lucknow. Next state we discussed about Hyderabad. Hyderabad, it was under the control of Nizam ul Mulk. He became virtually an independent ruler and established the state of Hyderabad. He crushed the rebellion chief, and the state of Hyderabad progressed under his administration. Okay, and the next state was Jaipur. The Rajput state of Ampar rose into prominence under Savai Raja Jai Singh. Jai Singh founded the city of Jaipur, made it a center of art and scientific learning. And he was interested in astronomy, and he built observatories at Delhi, Jaipur, Ujjain, Varanasi and Mathura. And next we discussed about two states, Bharatpur, Rohilkhand. The Jats of the region around Delhi, Agra and Mathura established the state of Bharatpur. And next we discussed about the foreign invasions, Ahmad Shah Abdali, Nadir Shah, etc. Nadir Shah, he carried away enormous wealth, including the Kohinoor diamond and Shah Jahan's jewel-studded peacock throne. Between 1748 and 1761, the Afghan ruler Ahmad Shah Abdali, he came to India. Around 17 times he attacked India, plundered the wealth of India. Then we discussed about the Marathas. Shivaji, he united Marathas politically. Under his lead, the Marathas put up strong resistance against the Mughal expansion in Deccan. But after the death of Shivaji, their successors become hostile. Bahadur Shah first, who succeeded Aurangzeb in 1707, released Sahu. Who was Sahu? This resulted the Aurangzeb, he captured, and Sahu was under the custody of him, but at Bahadur Shah, he released Sahu, and this incident resulted a civil war between the Maratha throne, between Sahu and Shivaji III. Okay, and next we discussed about the third battle of Panipat. Ahmad Shah Abdali and Balaji Bajirao, they fought the battlefield of Panipat in 1761. In this battle, the Marathas lost many of their leaders, brilliant leaders and soldiers in this battle, and unable to bear the shock of this defeat, Balaji Bajirao died in the same year. And then we discussed about the cause of Maratha failure. First reason, the Marathas didn't get any local support. At the same time, Ahmad Shah Abdali, they got local support. Especially he got support from Rohilkhand and Awadh. The Marathas, they didn't get any local support, and the Marathas also made the mistake of not adopting modern military techniques and weapons. This was the main causes for the Marathas' failure. Okay. These are the important points related with this lesson. So read again. Next class I will give you the question answers, and read again this lesson. If you have any doubt, you can ask through the comments. Okay.